We are all done with week 5 of the LCS. I'm joined right now by Doublelift from Team Liquid after his victory over 100 Thieves. Of course, coverage brought to you by Alienware. Honorable shout out to U.GG because I know that if I don't mention them, Peter will within the first 15 seconds.
The cap wasn't on.
That probably was really uncomfortable for people's ears. Anyway, so you beat 100 Thieves. Avali did this little segment during the game where she pops in and was like, I just talked to Doublelift, and he says that he forgot that he was even playing 100 Thieves today, and that they're not going to be any competition, and he thinks solo queue games are more interesting. Is this actually what the conversation you guys had?
Wait, she said that?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't think she would tell you guys. No, I didn't say the last part, that solo queue would be better, but I did say that 100 Thieves is pretty bad, and we were going to stop them, yeah. And I had forgotten that we were going to play them today. It's true.
Okay.
My mind was on other more important matters.
Like what?
Like the fact that I got Bishop in auto chess.
Oh, wow. I'm really glad, because I think our last interview you talked about how you were like thinking about making a run for rank 1 and on the ladder and really dedicating yourself to League of Legends. But I must have misunderstood. You were actually making a run for rank 1 in auto chess.
I just play like one game every few days, okay?
Okay.
I don't have that much time for it, but I'm almost challenger. Don't worry, boys.
Also, when I was on Discord with you and Nick, you said you didn't give a shit about your auto chess ranking.
Yeah, because what happens is I'll just join whenever I'll join a game whenever I have like 10 minutes, and then I'll leave, which will derank me super hard. So I stopped caring, but I'm just that good, boys. Yeah. Like, I'm just that good. I can leave 5 games in a row, but it doesn't matter. I'm still Bishop.
But yeah, now as I was gonna say, now you're excited. You're bragging about getting Bishop. So, I don't know. Are you cold? You're like
That's just not a brag. Not a
breathing heavily. Are you cold? You're doing a bunch of like.
Okay, I'll just stand still.
Yeah, thank you. Just like this for the rest of. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about that game. So it looks like it went about as well as you expected based off of the interview with Havli.
Yeah, at level 1, I just started laughing after we hit like 10 skill shots on their bot lane in like 10 seconds or like 20 seconds. And they like actually, Kaisa Thresh wins the level 1 really hard, but they just got hit by everything. I hit like all my Qs, and Core hit all of his Qs, and it was just so funny what happened to them. And then basically, like the game went kind of according to plan. Like I was CSing pretty perfectly, and I was farming up really well as Ezreal. And as people should know at this point, Ezreal, once you hit your items, you can just 1v5 the enemy team. Core was making good plays with Thumpkench. It was just a really, I think it was just a very, very methodical game by us. Also, the thing is that 100 Thieves played so bad and they didn't do anything. So it was like so surprising because it was like, okay, well now we're gonna go for your tower, and they just gave it without fighting. It was like, okay, now we're gonna go for this thing, and they just gave it without fighting. And we were like, okay, now we're gonna go for Baron, and then they just gave it without fighting. So I just like, I think we could have played a lot faster, but it was just like, we expected more resistance from them, but there was nothing.
That's what Hai was saying on the analyst desk, because he said he felt like Cloud9 would have gone for the Baron 5 minutes earlier, and he's like, he felt like you guys could have gone a little bit faster or tried to close out the games faster.
Yeah, that's. I like somewhat agree. I think 5 minutes earlier is a pretty big exaggeration. I think what would have happened in Cloud9's case is they would have taken a risky fight where they could have possibly thrown the game, and they probably would have won it because they're better players. And so just like that loop of, we take a fight because we're better than you, but against a really, really good team, it's more of like a 50-50 than it probably should be when you're that ahead. And then, yeah, I mean, I agree though that we could have played a little bit faster, probably like 1 or 2 minutes faster on closing the game. And so, that's what we're going to go for next time. But yeah, it's a bit of an exaggeration. Also, I'm not sure how consistent that playstyle is when you're not playing against 100 Thieves.
Gotcha. But you agree you could have done it against 100 Thieves?
Yeah, I agree. A few minutes faster would have been doable against them.
All right. There's a discussion right now about if CoreJJ is the best player in LCS. And I know that you like to consider yourself the best player in the LCS. Do you feel threatened by your support player?
No, not really. It's pretty sick when he's on my team. It's kind of like when I was playing with Bjergsen, everyone was like, Bjergsen's the best player in LCS, and I was like, all right, whatever. That's fine with me. Yeah, no, I mean, I mostly look out for the strength of our team. And there's a lot of expectations when you're the best player that you're going to be having good games every single game, no matter what. And I think Core can like lean into that pressure and play better, and also everyone on the team can kind of like look to pass him up. So it's cool. And I don't really mind whatever the community thinks. I feel like the general perception is that we're just really good, and I think that's true. So I don't care that much about anything else.
Yeah. So, do you consider yourself to be the best player in NALCS?
In my mind, I am, yeah. But I know in reality, Core probably puts better performances up than anybody else in the league.
Do you think he's? Do you think he can actually get? I'm trying to remember the last time. Oh, Aftermoon got support or MVP last spring. Are you? Do you think CoreJJ can get MVP this split?
Yeah, I feel like with the way things are going, Core could easily get it. The thing about good supports right now is they're really pronounced because support's in one of the best spots it's been in a long time. Everything is basically viable and also high impact. So you see stuff like Zazel and Smoothie just like sometimes popping off, and like Core pops off almost every time, regardless of champion. Because yeah, I mean support is a really high skill role at a competitive level, and like you get to see basically huge differences between the bottom team supports and the top team supports, and like what they're able to do.
One thing that I talked to Jensen as we were walking out of the arena, and Jensen said to me, he's like, you should ask Peter about his Vlad solo queue because I'm worried he's practicing it and he's going to try to play it in game.
No, my Vlad is insanely good, and my solo queue win rate with it reflects that.
Okay. Because I think your solo queue win rate last night was like 0-5 with Vlad. This is what I was informed.
Yeah, but my team was too heavy.
Okay.
That's just happened sometimes.
Okay. All right. Should Jensen be concerned that you're going to play it? Because he seemed really concerned. He specifically. I think he probably wanted to bring this up with you. Did not feel comfortable, and then
Vlad is actually insane. Don't worry. I'm a Smurf on Vlad.
Okay. I'm concerned because I. All right. Well, Jensen, I'm sorry, but seems like you got another loss coming for the split. All right. The other thing is, all weekend long, I've been talking to pro players because you did that video that went on Reddit about trash talk and how people should trash talk and shouldn't be afraid of trash talk. And I've asked all these pro players, like, what's the deal? And they all say they agree with you. Trash talk is great for the league. Fans really like trash talk, but they say, but me, I don't know. I don't want to do it because, like, I'm not as established as Doublelift, or I am not, like, there's a huge risk in it. Like the fans can turn on you if you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of wanted to close the loop here by asking you at the end of the week what you kind of think of that situation, people kind of afraid to do it.
Well, I mean, I don't know, I've always had the same stance on it. I think it's funny. The funniest thing I've seen recently was in, what team is it? It's a Clutch Gaming AMA on Reddit or something. And Dom made a top comment, and it was like, what happened to Hooney? And then all the comments were like just shitting all over Dom and being like, same thing happened to you, blah, blah, blah. He's had a way more successful career. And I just thought it was just such a funny ass comment. Like, what happened to Hooney? Because he's been running it down every game. And pretty much, I just love that. Like, I would way rather read like these salty Hooney defenders and Dom like going at it, and like, people like deeply entrenched in hating Dom. Like, it's entertaining. It's just entertaining. And at the end of the day, like, if it's not entertaining, then no one's going to watch. So I don't know if like the other pro players they don't want to do it, it's fine. But I like it.
Yeah. Is there anybody out there that you wish would trash talk in particular?
Damn, I think Bjergsen should just turn evil. Like, I respect that he's got like the cleanest slate of any pro, where he's like basically never shit talked, and he always tries to take an objective, like middling ground on everything. But I know he's got an ego. Bjergsen's ego, I mean, it's there. It's waiting for its time to shine. So, and I think Bjergsen's really popular. So, like, the thing is, it's just funny if he shit talks someone.
What if you started targeting him and trying to bait him into a trash talk situation?
No, because the thing is, he's too pristine. If I do it to him, if I shit talk him or try to bait him, it's like I'm being the bad guy.
See, now you're being I interviewed all these pro players all weekend who were like, "Oh, I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the guy that just for no reason comes out and attacks people." Now you're afraid to do it.
No, I don't want to. I'm not afraid to shit talk Bjergsen. But
Coward.
I don't want to. I don't want to turn him into like dark Bjergsen.
Okay. But you said you want to see evil Bjergsen.
He has to do it by himself. He has to come around by himself.
All right, I understand. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans?
Thank you guys. Use u.gg. Their new summoner profiles are excellent, and they're only going to get better. But the statistics are out of this world.
Do you only do this in my interviews, or do you do this in other interviews?
I don't do other interviews.
Okay, great. That's what I want to hear. You can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Have you heard about the new Area 51M by Alienware? It is so cool. The commercials on the LCS, they're non-ad blockable, by the way, so I know you've seen them. They're for this new machine, the Area 51M. Just got announced at CES about a month ago. It's an upgradable notebook, and I'm not just talking about like the hard drive or the memory. You can upgrade the processor in it. You can upgrade the graphics card. Alienware really outdid themselves on this one. And, it's why I think, best in class them and best in class me here as an interviewer. That's how it all works. At least that's what I tell myself whenever it's late at night and dark. You can check out Dell.com/Travis, link in the description, and they help me out. You can help me out. That's how the world works,